Hey everybody, it's your bro Luke Feast, back at you with another video. Today, I'm gonna go into how I've been animating and redrawing the Story of Trey cartoon. If you're new to the channel, Story of Trey is an animation I have that I post a lot of short cartoons with. It's about a kid named Trey Fisher who goes on adventures with his friends Ethan, Andy, and Joe. I've been making a lot of new progress on getting new traction for this animation, and people have been really admiring it, and there's been fan arts of it, and I've been really grateful about all the support and the feedback I've been getting for the animation, and I think it's time to make it look a little bit nicer. So in this video, I'm gonna go into making the animations a little bit better and how I've been doing that. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this video.
I cut my pinky on a paper cut, and now I can't really play the guitar.
Hey everybody, I was gonna post a lot more this weekend, but I realized I want to focus on my animations because that's what you guys seem to really like. Since I'm making a lot of new traction on my channel, I think it's time to upgrade Story of Trey, the animation, to make it look even nicer and just more detailed and cleaner. I also want to make the colors more vibrant. If you've been on my channel before, you might know this is where I keep all the drawings for Story of Trey. I just organize them. They're like frames. I reuse the head turns. Like if I were to draw every single head turn every time, that would take forever and I wouldn't be able to make the progress I do. But I just do it this way. So obviously I got Trey, but I started animating even more head turns. And I'll get into that in the drawing. I added more detail to his feet. I added like the shoes, just gave it more detail. And if you see my latest animation, it's not gonna look as good as the upcoming animations because I added like a lot of head turns, so it's gonna be like really detailed, and we'll get into that when we animate Joe. These are all the animations I have right here, and I just store them in here. I have been animating a little bit on Animate, and this is some samples of what I've animated so far. Hey everybody, it's your bro Trey Fisher.
And I'm Ethan Mayday.
And I'm Andy Roller. I feel like it looks a lot better, and the head just looks more clean and not as choppy. Now I'm gonna get on to drawing Joe, and I'm gonna get on to how I've been making the drawings a little more animated. If you're new to the channel, Joe is a character off the Story of Trey. He's kind of like the jockey, sportsy guy. So let's just get into that. I am gonna go into drawing Joe now. But before I get into that, I'm gonna do some explaining. Now that I have all of those drawings saved, I can just kind of trace over it. This is the drawing of Joe I made, the head forward, him facing forward. And I had it saved. So now that we have that saved, and this is what you see in the animation actually. This is actually Joe, I just manipulated it. But I don't have his pupils or mouth because I add those in a different layer. So we're gonna go right here and place this paper right here. And then we're gonna take this piece of paper and place a piece of paper over it. And I have this light table, it's pretty homemade. I added these, it's like this construction tape that like doesn't come off. Even my dad was like, you know that's not gonna come off if you try to take it off. That was like 3 years ago, and it's been working really well holding the paper in place. I just had to like measure it and make sure it was in the right angle. I can place the paper over linearly perfectly through these like placeholders right here. And then I just add layers over and it looks good. It's easier to animate that way. I don't have to like hold the paper in place. I even have one for horizontal, but I don't really use that one. Now I'm gonna draw Joe. The reason there is a light under this table is so I can see through this paper and trace over this drawing. Let's do it. I'm gonna start animating Joe turning his head. I'm gonna have this eye turn no, that's too much. Just a tiny bit this way. I don't even think you can notice how much of a difference it is, but it's gonna look a lot more animated. And then I'm gonna add the nose. No, that's too much. Right there. And then the ear is gonna go just a little bit right here.
Erase that part for his earring.
I mean, if we turn off the light, maybe we won't be able to see through the table anymore, and this is what it looks like. This is all we got.
And his jaw can be the same right here. His chin can edge to the side just a little bit. And then this ear right here will fade out a little bit. So the ear will be a little smaller. And then I'm gonna add the head right here. And this mohawk will angle a tiny bit to the side. I used to have a mohawk. It was even crazier than that. And then these little three circles can go edge right here.
I'm gonna take this head movement out. And now we got this. Probably see it better once I put another paper over it. Now we're gonna trace over it and add another head movement. So that's his first. And I've been adding like 9, 8 head movements for each turn. So it looks really animated and nice. Actually more like 8. It's not fitting. This tripod is blocking the way. Okay, here. I'm gonna have his head turn just a little bit more. So we got his head, and a little bit more it'll turn this way, and we'll angle the eyes. There's something really therapeutic about drawing like this. I don't know. I just really like the act of drawing. And now I'm gonna draw this ear going a little more this way. And once you got all the head drawings done, it'll be a lot easier just to bust out the animations. His ear will just angle a little more this way. And then his mohawk will angle this way a little bit too. This is gonna look so much nicer. It already has been. I also want to work on adding more angles to the backgrounds. Like, it's not just a linear, they're talking at the wall. I want it to be like there's different angles that the camera's moving at. So that looks pretty good. Now we'll add another layer. And we just keep doing that, and that's what I've been doing a lot. That's why I haven't been posting, because I've been focusing on this. It's gonna be worth it though. I also want to work on making longer episodes. Pretty much for retention. I don't know, more characters, more... I don't know, we'll figure it out. I have a lot of ideas in my head, especially since Movie of Trey. You can check out Movie of Trey if you haven't already. And his head and his nose. So this ear will move a little more right here. This chin will be a little more angling like this. This can be right here, and this ear can be like angling away. And we're angling it right here. So I guess you guys get the idea. I'm angling the heads and making him way more turned. But I guess I can get onto this later. What's the next thing I was gonna talk about? Now, I'm gonna get onto some coloring. Now I'm gonna present some animations I made so far. This is from a really old style. This is just my background desktop thing. This is what the old head movements looked like. I guess there were 5 and it looked pretty good. But I felt like I wanted to upgrade it. But this is what it looked like then, and this is what it's gonna look like now. Yeah, this is it now. There's a lot more head movements, so... I wanted to make the hair more blonde. I wanted to give it more of a yellowy blonde than like a dark, dirty blonde. And I wanted to make the orange hair really bright orange. I wanted to add detail to the shoes. And not just add the shoe, but add maybe the laces and little pieces right there. And I felt like it made it look a lot nicer. For Ethan, originally his skin tone was a little darker. And I want to go back to that skin tone and give him a slightly darker skin tone. I also animated a ton of head movements. 7 on this side and 8 on that side. So it looks pretty animated. This is what he looked like before, and as it was pretty animated, I just feel like the colors could be more vibrant and there could be a little more head turns. I even got Mr. Bird now. Now, I'm gonna go into some sneak previews of what I've been animating and how it looks nicer. Hey everybody, it's your bro Trey Fisher.
And I'm Ethan Mayday.
And I'm Andy Roller. Thank you for watching that video. We have animation tutorials, media tutorials, tunes, films, and music. So stay tuned and have a great day.
These tunes.